Hello there, beautiful sacred ones. This is Monica Bermudez, an intuitive quantum energy healer, coming on live on my Facebook group and also posting on my YouTube channel. So I want to share a message that's coming up, a love wisdom message that is being channeled from the heart that is important to know right now for these ascension quantum energies that we're in at this time. And we are definitely very much quantum leaping. So there's been a lot this week in particular because, for one, we have all these planetaries in alignment, and today is supposed to be when it peaks at its highest of energy. So there's five major planets, I believe, that are in alignment: Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. And I feel like I'm missing one. But in us, I guess. And so all of these combination of energies aside, from like the Schumann resonance going up high, which is the frequency of the planet itself as well. And it's all just aligning and causing like all these like energies of confusion. So what I mean by this, and this is what I've been feeling, like even though we're not in Mercury retrograde anymore, I mean we're like way past Mercury. When Mercury retrograde ended was like beginning of June. It feels like this week has been like communication has been really off. And it's almost like, at least that's what I've been experiencing. I would love to hear from others if they're experiencing the same thing too. You can comment below. But in particular, it just feels that with that comes this confusion with information that is being shared. It's almost like an overload of information. I'm finding it much harder to read long paragraphs of instructions. And it's almost, I was feeling a lot of this rebellious energy. And so, what I want to share about this is very important because we also have certain planets like Saturn and Uranus being very active. And Saturn planet is all about structures and keeping things, the old way of doing things in the old systems. Uranus is about this liberation, this freedom planet. So it's more of this rebellious energy. And I've been feeling that rebellious energy very strong this week. And so when it comes to like these really long paragraphs of instructions, of information, of things that you must do this, my rebellious energy will come up and it feels very revolutionary, the Uranus energy. And it would feel as if I would just say, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do it my own way. So that's what the Uranus energy was feeling. And I feel it's because of these planetary alignments, and also because we're still in retrograde with other planets. There's two in particular that are in retrograde right now. It's Pluto and Saturn. So Saturn, is going through its alignment, and Saturn is going through, a retrograde as well. Saturn is also not just about structures, but it's also about completing cycles and its karmic cycles. Um, so I do feel that there is a correlation with the Saturn retrograde and all the confusion, the communication going on. It feels like there is a completing cycle that is going on with these old structures and these old systems. And we are also going through some kind of recalibration in our systems, in our human body system at the quantum level, the DNA level. And so we are shifting with these energies at a quantum leaping level, so going through some portals. And then on the timelines seem to be also collapsing and realigning in a certain way, recalibrating. They've already been in like all over the place, and time has definitely been moving at a light speed. I don't feel the week go by anymore. And it's almost like last week I was just talking on this video on Friday, and it feels like I just came to another live video in seconds. So that's how time has been feeling for me. So weeks turning into seconds, it's going at a very light speed. And, again, I would love to hear from others in the comments below to what they've been experiencing with these, what I call ascension symptoms, because as with the ascension, we are expanding in higher vibrational frequencies of energy. It's really what it is. And in order to do that, sometimes we'll run into certain systems if there's been like certain blocks in our subconscious quantum energy field, which is all interlinked with our own DNA and our own every cells. And so I do want to get on a video, maybe in the future, talk more about the quantum field. Um, but there's just so much, that we have lived in the human lifetimes. They got recorded, if any of you know the Akashic records, and some of these were, certain traumas and certain old systems of structures, and that we had to follow certain norms and certain societal structures and norms. And so a lot of that is also coming to the surface because in order to jump into these higher, to be in the higher frequencies, or let's just say be in alignment with the higher frequencies, because honestly, we already have all of these inside of us. It's just a matter of realigning ourselves, realigning our entire chakra system, especially starting with the heart center and realigning it all with our own soul essence. And so that's really what's been happening, the whole recalibration and tuning up with these frequencies of energies that in realignment to these higher frequencies of energy, we also have these other shadow aspects of certain blocks, say, or limiting beliefs that are coming to the surface. And so I feel that with this week's, confusion and communication is part of that on a collective level, but also on an individual level. And so with these planets in retrograde is all about going within. And so really reflect on these aspects, right? Of where is it that there may be confusion still that is inside of you, or where is it that we may be lacking communication with ourselves? And that is, our higher self and our higher guidance. And so next week, we're going to have another planet go into retrograde, and that's Neptune. So Neptune and Pluto are similar in a way because they are very much aligned to the subconscious level of energy of subconscious, hidden things within us. So that's another energy that's being added to factor in, anything that needs to come up right now to the surface so that we can look at it, acknowledge it, and have a completing cycle on it and alchemize it to be in our own soul and heart alignment. So speaking of that, I have a free gift that's on my website, and it is Quantum Realignment. It is a new energy transmission that that I just channeled to support with these ascension energies, especially to get an ascension energy boost. So I personally used it myself, and I listened to it. And I felt that my focus was sharpened and I felt more grounded and more in my own body of embodiment. So yeah, I definitely felt a lot of the energy boost. I recommend it. Check it out. It's on my website, and you'll see the links in my description. And it's free for you. And feel free to share with others as well. It's an important transmission that came through um, from source connection, actually straight from the source, and that we all need right now during these ascensions and quantum energies. And also, just another announcement that I was on a show, Quantum Conversations, just this week on Tuesday, and the replay is available, but it was about the quantum heart embodiment. It was such a fun and exciting show. There's just so much that came through in that show. There was also light language transmission with the Divine Mother. We had the dragons as well. We had memories and activations with Lemuria um, and remembrance. So if you're ever having a feeling that you have connection with Lemuria, check it out. It will definitely activate your memory and your remembrance in it. And I really enjoyed my time on there and sharing this information with humanity. So feel free to listen to that, and all of it will be in the description as well. And feel free to share with others too. And I look forward to any comments on that as well. Anything you would like to share or anything you felt during the transmission, feel free to reach out to me. And if there's any support that you need from me, I do offer 30 minutes of the Heart Clarity complimentary session. So do reach out to me for any type of support. And just to wrap it up for this live video and YouTube message of love, wisdom message is to basically do the best you can with these changing energies, because we are at a very accelerated quantum level. And so a lot of things are changing rapidly, unexpectedly. And so really, we can't hold ourselves to any expectation at this point, because the energies and the timelines and everything has been very fluid in a way, it's flowy like the water. And so, speaking of water, we're actually in the first sign, the first water sign for the zodiac, which is Cancer, which is a water sign. And so we just actually kicked it off this week, right after the solstice, powerful solstice portal energy as well. And it feels that we are just more fluid and more flowy. And with the water also comes the purification of all of that that's coming up to the surface. So just remember to just do the best you can and just acknowledge and accept what is coming up, and just look into how, to alchemize or work with that so that you're able to complete that cycle of like any limiting belief type energy that wants to come up, that is ready to be completed, and stepping more into our own freedom of being our own expression, because that's the Uranus energy as well. So much love to you, and I will look forward to connect with you in the next love wisdom message and video. So bye for now. Take care.